Arne, obviously Federico hasn't travelled. He has been added to the Champions League squad though, so what's the situation with him?
Yeah, he got a little niggle, I think is the word you use here in England. So in the last game against Palace, so he tried it today. He was on the pitch in the beginning, but he couldn't end the session. So we decided not to take him because in a few days it's Chelsea again.
The obvious answer is a win, but also in terms of the performance as well, what's the key element that you're really looking for in terms of a reaction to the disappointment of Saturday?
I think we always have to do, no matter if we win, lose or draw, what is asked from you if you want to compete for trophies, but let alone if you wear the Liverpool shirt, and that is giving everything you have and combine that with the best football you can play. And I think, especially in the second half, we created during the course of the game against Palace more chances than we've created in all the 3 games we've played before against Palace. But we conceded also much more chances than we did before when we played Palace. So we can definitely improve on a few things. And the things we can improve, I will show tonight. Not to you, by the way, but to the players.
Öncelikle Türkiye'ye hoş geldiniz. Kararı gazetesi.
First of all, welcome to Turkey.
Arne Slot's tactical masterclass and Liverpool's European challenge against Galatasaray. Liverpool's manager Arne Slot faces a tactical puzzle in Istanbul. With key players missing and defensive questions lingering, the Reds are about to test their European mettle against a team as unpredictable as the Bosphorus itself. The stakes are immense, the spotlight unforgiving, and every decision could tip the balance between triumph and disappointment. For Liverpool, this Champions League clash represents far more than just another group stage fixture. It is a litmus test of character, squad cohesion, and tactical ingenuity. Slot's press conference ahead of the match revealed not only his thoughts on player availability and defensive concerns, but also the meticulous planning behind every set piece, formation tweak and strategic adjustment. Federico Chiesa's absence and its implications. One of the first topics Slot addressed was the omission of Federico Chiesa from the squad. He got a little niggle in the last game against Palace. He tried it today. He was on the pitch at the beginning, but he couldn't end the session, Slot explained. We decided not to take him because in a few days it's Chelsea. Chiesa's absence was notable not just for the individual talent he brings, but also for the tactical flexibility he provides. As a versatile forward capable of stretching defenses, creating chances, and contributing to pressing schemes, Chiesa's temporary sidelining required Slot to adjust the attacking setup. Yet, this absence also offered opportunities. Other forwards, including Ekitike and Isak, could step into more prominent roles. Slot's approach emphasized a collective philosophy. Every player is expected to contribute fully, regardless of the lineup. I think we always have to do, no matter if we win, lose, or draw, what is asked from you if you want to compete for trophies, but let alone if you wear a Liverpool shirt, and that is giving everything you have. And combine that with the best football you can play, he stated. This mindset underpins Liverpool's approach, a culture of accountability, intensity, and tactical awareness that extends beyond individual brilliance. Defensive issues. Learning from Palace, Liverpool's 2-1 defeat to Crystal Palace, exposed vulnerabilities that Slot was keen to address. In the course of the game against Palace, we created more chances than we have created in all of the 3 games we've played before against Palace, but we conceded also many more chances than we did before when we played Palace, so we can definitely improve on a few things. And the things we can improve, I will show tonight to the players, Slot explained. The defeat underscored a critical point. Defending is not solely the responsibility of the back 4. Slot emphasized that team-wide organization, spatial awareness, and coordinated pressing are central to Liverpool's defensive identity. I almost like that you ask me this question because, for me, defending is only a small margin involving defenders. I think one of our strengths was we kept the other team away from our goal a lot. And that normally doesn't start with your defenders. That starts somewhere else, he said. Liverpool's concession of goals from set pieces highlighted the need for attention to detail. Slot acknowledged that while adjustments to fullbacks occurred, defensive lapses were a broader team issue. Last season I said many times, the reason we hardly conceded was that 11 players worked incredibly hard to make it difficult for the other team to even create a chance. That's what we have done this season many times as well, but you can work as hard as you want. But a set piece is almost a different game inside a game, he observed. Slot's analysis was clear. While individual mistakes draw headlines, defensive solidity in modern football is a collective responsibility, requiring coordination, preparation, and mental resilience. The role of number 9s and squad adaptation slot also reflected on recent changes in Liverpool's forward line. Yes, we've added 2 number 9s. How should I say this in the right way in English? Unfortunate is not the right word I should use, but because of an enormous tragedy that happened with Diogo Jota, in the end, we had to bring in 2 number 9s, he explained. Liverpool's tactical response to injuries and departures has involved both strategic planning and reactive adjustments. Initially, the plan was to replace Darwin Núñez with a single forward, but circumstances required flexibility. We always thought we were going to replace Darwin Núñez with 1 number 9, but we had to bring in 2. We're always looking for very good players. But it was always clear to us from the start that we wanted to bring in these 2 if we needed to, Slot added. This adaptability reflects Liverpool's broader philosophy. The club is prepared to pivot quickly, maintaining competitiveness while nurturing individual players like Ekitike to step into pivotal roles. Analyzing ball possession and initiative, Slot offered an in-depth perspective on the concept of initiative and possession. He noted that while Liverpool controlled significant portions of play against Palace, conceding goals was not a matter of possession dominance, but rather positional errors and counterattacks. That depends by what you mean by the initiative, because for me, Palace didn't have the initiative if you talk about ball possession. Even the first 8 minutes were perfectly fine for me until we've conceded a corner, he said. Slot's analysis emphasizes a modern football insight. Possession alone does not guarantee control or dominance. Effective defensive transitions, spatial awareness, and set-piece organization are equally critical to match outcomes. Set pieces. The modern game and Liverpool's approach, a significant portion of Slot's press conference focused on set pieces. In modern football, set pieces increasingly determine match outcomes, particularly in tight contests or European fixtures. Slot's analysis highlighted this reality. I know set pieces are a part of football, but I watched Brentford versus Man United on the way up to Palace. I saw 25 minutes of that game, and I think it was 20 minutes of long throw-ins, set pieces, long throw-ins, set pieces, corner kick, goal kick. A goal kick is not a set piece, by the way. This is the style of football you see more and more, mainly in the Premier League. In my opinion, Liverpool's attention to set pieces is meticulous, involving detailed video analysis, preparation meetings, and collaboration with assistant coaches like Giovanni van Bronckhorst, who brings extensive knowledge of Turkish football. This preparation ensures that Liverpool remains defensively robust while exploiting set-piece opportunities to score crucial goals. Galatasaray. A tactical and mental challenge Slot's preview of Galatasaray was both tactical and psychological. The Turkish champions boast a unique blend of technical ability, physicality, and mental resilience. Slot noted, 18 games without a loss, Palace, and this team have won the first 7 games in the league. So that means they are mentally also strong for difficult moments. Galatasaray's 4-3-3 formation contrasts sharply with Palace's 5-4-1 setup. Offering Liverpool a different set of challenges, the Reds would need to adapt to faster transitions, positional fluidity, and set-piece threats from a team accustomed to European competition. Slot also referenced Galatasaray's rare defeat to Frankfurt, emphasizing that statistical anomalies can mask underlying quality. The chances they gave away were only small, and it was either the quality of Frankfurt or a little bit of bad luck for Galatasaray. If they play the same game again, they will never, ever concede 5 goals again. Preparation and staff insights Slot highlighted the importance of staff contributions, particularly in unfamiliar leagues. Van Bronckhorst's knowledge of Turkish football, combined with extensive video analysis, allows Liverpool to approach opponents with precision. But in modern football, there are so many videos you can watch. You can watch so many games that every manager, even if you haven't worked here, can know a lot about the other team. So, yes, we have used Gio, as we have used the other assistant coaches as well, Slot explained. This level of preparation ensures that Liverpool can anticipate tactical setups, player tendencies, and set-piece routines, giving them an edge in high-stakes matches. European ambitions and mental resilience, Liverpool's journey in Europe is defined not just by talent, but by mental fortitude. Slot's team must balance domestic responsibilities with European ambitions, navigating travel, varying tactical systems, and intense match pressure. The psychological dimension cannot be understated. Matches like Galatasaray and Istanbul test focus, composure, and decision-making under duress. Players like Hugo Ekitike, returning from suspension, must harness energy, maintain discipline, and convert potential into performance on one of football's grandest stages. As Liverpool prepared to face Galatasaray, the narrative was clear. This is a match where tactical precision, set-piece mastery, and collective defensive awareness could define the outcome. Every pass, tackle, and movement would carry weight. Hugo Ekitike, having learned from previous mistakes, stood ready to influence proceedings. Arne Slot, meticulous in preparation and tactical insight, sought to guide the team through challenges posed by an experienced Turkish side. and fans, aware of Liverpool's European pedigree, awaited the clash with bated breath. The stage was set. Istanbul's stadium, a cauldron of atmosphere, would soon host a high-stakes confrontation where preparation, discipline, and execution could determine whether Liverpool asserted dominance or faced another European test.